Hi my babies, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Virgo Garden. If you don't know, now you know. Anything you need to know about little old me will be down below in the description box. You do not have to be a Virgo to watch this video. Alright y'all, I tried not to do this one, okay, because y'all supposed to be getting one a month. I really tried not to do this one. But it was not in the stars for me to keep this to myself. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it. Y'all know a story is coming though, okay? So before we get all the way into it, quick reminder on the website, this is the last week I will be doing personal forecast readings for 2021. The last day is January 31st. So you better go ahead and book me if you have not booked me already. I have been getting a lot of good responses back. Like it's been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty good. So also I will be having all year long on the website the personal year numerology reading. That will be up there all year long, so you don't have to worry about that, and that is $5 as well. So let's go ahead and talk about this, right? How to raise your standards. Okay, so this is the third episode that I'm doing. I did the first one back in July because the situation happened. I said I need to talk about it. So if you go back and watch the first Sunday in Mimosas is an apology enough, I told a story about how I snapped on one of my neighbors. Now, that was not the way to go. Okay, I'm being so honest with you. That was not the best response. And that was a reaction. And matter of fact, it was a reaction. It wasn't even a response. But I was very honest with y'all about how I was out here acting in these streets. And I was pulling up on people like I was Cardi B. Yes, I was. So, the reason why I brought that one up is because even though y'all see me growing and y'all see me in my growth process, back in July of 2020, my standards were not where they are now. That is something that you should always be working on. Your quality of life. You should always be working on increasing and improving that. Now, let's talk about what quality living really is and how I got to this point so far. Quality living is basically being in alignment spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Y'all get the point, okay? On every level, to the best of your ability that you can, and actually being happy with your life. It doesn't matter if right now you're in the hood, but if you wake up every day and you're grateful for the breath that you have in your body and that your creator woke you up, that you have a job or some type of income coming, and that you have ambition to get out of the hood and not stay there, or out of a poor living situation, I should say, because, never mind, we're not going to go into that, but we're going to say a poor living situation, okay? And let's say you're working your 9 to 5, busting your ass, and you've been working on doing better things for yourself, like eating healthier and things of that nature, but also being ambitious and maybe having a side hustle too. You still have quality life, even though you may be currently in a poor living situation, because you're focused on what it is that you're trying to build, or what it is that you're working on building, I should say. That's a quality life. A life with some substance to it. A life with meaning. A person who understands that they are not perfect, but they try every day to be the best them they can be, regardless of how they're feeling, or understand they're allowed to have an off day, or they're allowed to have a day where they may not be up to par. A quality life is not expecting perfection. A quality life is creating the environment and the lifestyle that you want for you, regardless of where you currently are at, and being happy with what it is that you have done, worked for, or created so far. That's a quality life to me personally. Now, how I got there, honey, ring the bell. Okay, we ain't got the bell today. We got the sound clearing bowl. So Yes, honey. Okay. Cutting off friends is one way. Or, excuse me. I'm calling them temp friends now because that's what they were. They were associates who disguised themselves as friends for a temporary amount of time. So they're called temp friends now. So, you know, like a temp job, yeah, they were temp friends. Okay? So cutting off, and when I say, y'all, I cut off a lot of people. I cut off a lot of people. Still doing it. That's why we're having this conversation today. Okay? But it's needed. You always got to do a circle check. Just like you got to check yourself, you also need to do a circle check and see exactly where the mindset of the people around you are at. Because I always had big dreams. I always had ambition. But 10 years ago, the people I was hanging around, honey, shit. 12 years ago, we couldn't even afford to buy a dime. 3-4 people. You understand? The quality of the people that you have around you will affect your quality lifestyle. Please know that. Let's see, what else? We'd always talk about high vibe music. I know y'all kind of say y'all don't understand it. I don't really understand. Maybe I'm not explaining it right, okay? But, like, if it's music that will basically be played in a club, that is not high vibe music, okay? If it's music talking about choking people, killing people, fucking people up, robbing people, being on drugs, because marijuana is not a drug if you did not know, but being on drugs, shit like that, that's not high vibe music usually. It depends. We'll have to go through a playlist or something. But you need to decide what high vibe music is, though. You need to be able to define that. But it affects your mood and it affects your mindset. I told y'all, when I used to work at the shipyard, I used to listen to Cardi B, Remy Ma, and Lil Bootsy every day to work. Knowing me and my female coworkers did not get along, okay? It's always the females, okay? Knowing me and my female coworkers did not get along. Knowing that they be talking shit and knowing that I always be sitting on ready, okay? Don't get off ready. I'm sitting here listening to music that is violent. Cardi B talking about she ran down on the bitch twice. Bootsy talking about he a mind of a maniac and all this stuff. Like, do you understand? Talking about fucking people up. Remy talking about dragging bitches. Okay, my specialty. But that was not the music I needed to be listening to, going to what I knew was a hostile work environment. I needed to be listening to stuff more like Erykah Badu or like Miguel or something like that. Something that was way more like Sade, some soul or something. You know, something relaxing or something that was actually positive. Some Talib Kweli or something like that, okay? Something that's actually positive. Who my other boo? Sahad Prince. Yes, that's my boo. New Africa, okay? Something like that. But listening to violent stuff on the way to work, to a hostile work environment, could have landed me in jail so many times, Lord God. But you also got to understand what you're dealing with. And that's also how you get to a better quality lifestyle. You have to be able to identify the people that you're dealing with as well. We're going to get to that point later on. Okay? But also meditation, eating healthier. Yeah, I used to exercise. Like, I used to have an exercise schedule. It's a little all over the place, but I am working it back in my schedule now. So, like, exercising, of course, is also where I put my focus. Do not become a work addict. That's not what I'm saying, people. But where you put your focus, like you could be at work, but your mind could be so many other places. You're not going to give the best you at work because your mind is other places. So making sure that you're working on being more so present and aware of where your mind is drifting off to and having more control of that. Now, this is the part I've been waiting to get to because this will probably help y'all understand it all a lot better. Like I said, remember the mindset I was in with the first Sunday in Mimosas. Even though I recognized I was wrong when I cussed that man out for filth, because I cussed him out for filth his great-great-great-great-great-grandma felt it in her grave, okay? Even though I was wrong and I identified that I was wrong, that's part of the self-checking yourself, my mindset still was not there because I allowed myself to get to an unhealthy emotional state. is what I'm going to say. And see, that's another thing that keep coming up too. People need to understand, not only is mental health real and mental health issues real, so is having emotional intelligence. Because my God, okay, I was literally just having this conversation with someone about the situation I'm about to tell y'all about. And I said, the problem is the people in this area have an issue, especially, no, we're not going to go that far, but just the people in this area have an issue with identifying their emotions and understanding why they're having those emotions. It's not always just the situation, okay? And y'all gonna see what I'm talking about, because I got not one, but 2 stories, okay? Now, if you don't get it from one story, you better get it from the other one, okay? So, now I got to change people's names, because I don't want nobody coming for me, okay? So I got to change people's names around. Let me put out a PSA. These are real life stories, okay? The names have been changed to protect the identities of the people involved, all right? A warning, all right? So, story number 1, which is so funny, because if you follow me on my personal Instagram, you saw yesterday I bought an amazing, beautiful painting, okay? Dope artist, by the way. Please go follow him. However, the shop I go to to go get the painting, because that's where he sets up shop at on Saturdays to paint, I also know the person who owns the shop. Very sweet lady. Please don't get me wrong. She is a sweetheart. We're going to call her Martha, okay? She is a sweetheart. But however, sometimes people do not understand when they end up basically getting wrapped up in some bullshit that put them on a war line, okay? And that's a part of also identifying your own emotions. We're going to get to all of this. Oh, please pay attention, okay? Please pay attention. So as I'm waiting for the artist to go to his car to go get my painting, which is very, very dope. It's J. Cole and Bob Marley in the same picture, y'all. Like, it's extremely dope. I think it's called High Vibrations or something like that, but it's really dope. But I'm waiting for him to go get the painting, so I'm looking around the store, because I like to support my people. I'm like, I haven't been here in a while. Let me get something, right? So I'm looking around, and I'm picking out what I want to get, minding my beautiful own business, okay? My unbothered, beautiful own business. And I'm talking to Martha, because me and her, we usually chit and chat, because that usually was the nature of our relationship at one point. And she was like, oh, just out of nowhere. And see, this is what I'm talking about when I say, when you want a quality life, you must pay attention to the people around you in your environment, okay? And identify exactly what the fuck it really is and not what shit is being presented as. Pay attention now, okay? So me and Martha, we just chit-chatting, and she was like, oh, I seen your sister. Now, mind you, I don't get along with neither one of my sisters, okay? For different reasons. But this particular sister she's talking about is the hex sister. The one who wanted to put a hex on me and shit, right? She was like, but she don't know that. But she was like, oh, I seen your sister. Now, mind you, my sister would not know this lady or a lot of these people that she out here running her mouth to if it was not for me. Okay, let me help set it up for you. Remember Bodyguard with Whitney Houston? That's my situation. I'm the younger sister with all the talent, and she's the older sister who's kind of just there, okay? So please understand, basically, without going all the way into it, that's the situation, all right? So my sister used to go around, if you go watch the Energy Cleanse video, you understand what I'm talking about. But my sister used to go around with me different places as I was handling my business and building my brand, okay? So she got to watch me grow. And sometimes when people come from the same environment as you and you grow past them and they trying to understand why they ain't there and why you ain't helping them, they tend to get angry, okay? So pay attention. Martha was like, oh, I seen your sister. Now, it sounded like at first she wanted to say, I seen your sister recently. But I kind of gave her a look. And she changed. Even though I had a mask on, it's like my eyes, okay? So she kind of like changed it. And she was like, sometime last year. Now, mind you, I have not seen my sister since May. So I know when she said sometime last year, she was talking about recent last year. Like, not like, oh, a year ago. No, like fall, winter last year. I have not seen my sister since the spring. Okay? So, me being aware, and thank God I was present, I was like, okay. Now, y'all already know, I ain't got much to hide, okay? But the lady don't need to be in my business, and that's something that I'm learning. Stop putting everybody in your business, okay? All right, you seen the little devilish creature. Wonderful. I didn't say that, but I'm thinking that in my head, right? And I kind of let it go at first, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And, you know, I'm just minding my business. Like, yeah, girl, you got a lot of new stuff in here. You know, you just changing the energy. But she kept going back to, yeah, I seen your sister. And, yeah, and she, and I was like, you know what? She keep bringing up my sister. Then it clicked in my head. Wait a minute. My sister out here lying on me to people. Oh, you saw my sister, huh? So, what was she talking about? Oh, nothing much. Oh, who was she with? Oh, now you can't remember who she was with all of a sudden. Oh, okay, but you remember she bought some oils. Okay, you remember that though. All right. See, that's why you got to pay attention. If I was still lacking my emotional intelligence, and if I was not aware of how energies in people can be, and not focused on my quality of life that I am still currently building, I could have easily got sucked up into some bullshit, okay? And y'all know I could have. I could have easily got sucked up into some bullshit. But I was really trying to change the energy, but you don't remember nothing now that I get to asking questions now, okay? So I was like, okay, well, that's good, you know, Martha, that's good. And she just kept going back to the sister thing. And I'm still trying to get away from the sister thing. So I was like, look, okay. Cause I know some of y'all say I act like a chick from New York. I'm not from there. But I had to pull out my NY chick on her. I was like, listen. Okay, look here. Listen. Me and my sister don't get along like that, Martha. I don't talk to my sister. I have not seen my sister. I'm thinking that would make, I said, I wish her the best. I said, but I just don't deal with her. I'm thinking that would make her get the point. Oh, no, not Martha. And see, this is how you know when people being messy. And this is how I know my sister was running her mouth. Because if it was something that was just simple when you saw my sister, you would have let it go right then. But you kept pressing the issue. That's why I say you got to pay attention, okay, and be present. She kept, like, we done went all 5-10 minutes past conversation. We coming back to my sister again. And that's when I realized I need to get out the store. Okay? Because she just kept pressing the issue. And she was like, you know, well, family is family, and maybe y'all can fix it. I hope one day y'all can fix it. I was like, Martha, I don't want to fix it. I'm fine with where it's at. And, well, I hope one day y'all can fix it. Why do you keep going back to this? Martha, I'm good, girl, okay? I am good. Make some sales, boo. I'm good. And she just kept pressing that issue, and I just had to let her know, look, I am capable as a grown-ass woman to have conversations with people. And it not have to get loud, it not have to get violent. But if you are not mature enough to basically come and have that conversation with me, or you want to continue to do stuff to me behind my back, then I have nothing for you. She left it alone after that, but she kept it distant too. But that was story number 1, y'all. You gotta pay attention, okay? Because I could have easily got sucked into gossiping and talking about my sister and woe is me, this, that, and the third. But that ain't what I'm focused on. I told that lady when I left out that store, I said my focus every day is to wake up happy and to go to sleep happy. As long as I do that, I feel like I accomplished something for the day. Alright? So this is the last story, y'all, and I'm going to let y'all go. And this is the story, is the reason why I didn't even want to do this Sunday in Mimosa. But when I say my great divine was on my ass all night, interrupting my sleep, kept making me think about this situation, this is going to be my release for this, and I'm good, okay? So, we're going to call this person Nelly. Nelly is a guy, all right? So, who gracious, me and Nelly, right? Ring the bell. Hold on, cause all right. So let's light some rosemary or something. I met Nelly. I'm gonna try to make this so brief, y'all. So we go ahead and get to the point of this, okay? I met Nelly 4 years ago, I think. Yeah, it was like 4 years ago. Outside a corner store. I mean, I ain't no judgmental person. I could see what the situation was. I understand we all go through shit. Ain't nobody perfect. I just wanted the best for him. Now, I found out Nelly had a little special gift, which I'm trying to figure out if I want to change the gift or not, but we'll keep the gift the same. Fuck it. Poetry. Now, y'all know I do poetry for those who've been watching me for a while. And basically, when I met him the first time, me and him had a poetry cipher outside of a corner store. And to be quite honest with y'all, I don't want to do that to him, so I'm not going to put his business out there like that. But the situation he was in just wasn't good, if you understand what I'm saying. He was asking for change, alright? So, we ended up building a friendship after that. I put the video up on Facebook. That was like one of my highest viewed videos at the time. And it really showed him that he really has a gift with poetry. And that's why I wanted to record it so he could see it. 'Cause I don't think he could see that he really had a gift like that. And that it needed to be heard. He didn't want to get on stage or anything like that. Fast forward, he keeps battling back and forth with certain demons, we'll say. And it was hard to stay in contact with him. But he always seemed to find me on Facebook. Or we always run into each other at one of them corner stores. And it will always be the same. It's like the love never left. Like I always had mad love for him, but his love was a little bit deeper, if you understand. And you know that can make things complicated in the friendship between a man and a woman. Because my feelings was not where his feelings was at, okay? So, basically, see, it's this little issue I keep having with my homeboys, or people who I think are my homeboys, where they keep letting their girlfriends disrespect me. I am the homegirl sitting on the sideline cheering for them. I do not want your man. If I did, he would be mine and not yours, okay? So, I that jealousy thing, I really ain't got no patience for it, okay? And we went through a situation with not one but two females where I got cut out the picture, and I've gone through this with who I thought was my best friend as well, where I get cut out the picture for the female because you think that you gonna rock with the female, you already know the female ain't shit, and you wanna come back and apologize and say, I shouldn't have cut you off for her, she won't shit. Like, ain't but so many more apologies, you gonna keep coming back to me with the same goddamn apology for the same thing, okay? But, me being the loving, good-hearted, trusting Virgo that I am, I always want to forgive people, give people second chances, third, fourth, 10th, 100 chances. So, that was basically the status of me and Nelly's relationship. He would be up, he would be good, he would be healthy, and then somehow female come into the picture, shit would go left with the female, and the next thing I know, he's unhealthy and fighting demons again, if you understand what I'm saying, okay? Kept backsliding. On top of that, he also has issues with his parents. I don't want to really go too far into that either, but it's extremely, extremely, extremely deep. Matter of fact, I am going to say something on it because I talked to one of y'all on Facebook about this particular situation, and this particular friend is the reason why I gave you the answer that I gave you on Facebook. He was in foster care. He does not know his parents like that. Like, I don't think he knows his mother at all, and that's how he ended up fighting the demons, if you understand what I'm saying. And ended up backsliding and going here, going there, in and out of jail, in and out of 30-day programs and all that stuff. So, please, people, if you are thinking about giving up a child, please think twice about it. That's all I'm saying, okay? Because, my God, please think twice about it. But, basically, I always try to be there for Nelly. I always try to have Nelly's back. I even drove in the middle of a hurricane 2 years ago. Okay, yes, I drove in the middle of a hurricane 2 years ago to the hospital because he thought somebody poisoned him because they wanted him to try something new. And he thought somebody poisoned him and nobody showed up. The chick he was fucking with didn't even want to come. She didn't even want to pick up the phone. She trying to argue with him and stuff. Like, I just tried to be the best friend I could be to that man because I know that's what he needed, okay? Fast forward to last year, he starts getting his life together. Completes a program. Has a female by his side walking him all the way through it. That's what's up. I'm happy for you, my dude. However, we get back to this jealousy shit. Because she's pushing his career, but she has control of everything. His website, his passwords, everything. So me being the business-minded woman I'm like, damn. Do you have those passwords and stuff to all of that stuff? Because what if y'all break up? Then what? She hears it. I'm not the type to run from anything. She got on the phone. Hi, nice to talk to you. My name is Nina. I'm his real friend. Don't take offense to what I was saying, but I was just looking out for my homie. Just like you would want someone to look out for you. And she said she understood it, but we all know that was a lie. Okay? So, fast forward to a few months later, not even a few months later, I think it was like a month and a half later, he ended up confessing to me. It wasn't even a month and a half later. It was like a week later, he kind of dropped a hint that she was uncomfortable with me and his situation because she knew he had deeper feelings for me at one point because I was the one who was somehow, some way, God always put me in the path to help him. So she felt some type of way about that because I'm the only person who has helped him anywhere close to as much as she has. I'm not responsible for no one else's insecurities other than my own, okay? Please remember that. You're not responsible for fixing other people's insecurities. Because he has issues that he has not healed from his past, he has not done his inner child work. I was telling my friend on the phone that night that I don't think a relationship is really smart right now since you just completed a program, your mind is clear, and you understand what it is you want out of life. I understand love is what you want, but I don't think that should be the main focus. In one ear and right out the fucking other, okay? So, basically, y'all, without dragging it out, that leads to just over the next few months, me and my friend just basically growing further and further apart. God actually spoke to me when I was waking up one day, and I called him as soon as the message was done. I was like, God told me he wanted me and you to do this, or they wanted me and you to do this. He was with it. He talked to his girlfriend about it. Next thing I know, he was beating around the bush about it. A couple of weeks later, he finally told me he can't do it. Then he kind of told me, you know what, we really can't be friends because my girl uncomfortable with it. Nina gets shitted on again. That's why I tell y'all, stop being a good-hearted person. Okay? So, that basically ended up to me and him going back and forth. It wasn't an ugly back and forth. I could tell his feelings was hurt. He was like, cause he used to sneak and call me. I'm like, yo, you sneaking and calling me and your lady don't know. That's not even cool. But we basically agreed not to be friends. And I was like, yo, that's fucked up. And I'm tired of getting treated like this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm done. So, a couple months ago, he decides he wants to add me and my mama on Facebook. Now, mind you, I have the password to my mama's Facebook, okay? My mama added him because he knows her and she knows him. She wants the best for him. We're not evil-ass people over here, okay? But I decided not to add him because I don't want to go back into that drama, and I was working on getting in a healthier space in my life, and that just didn't make sense to add that back in. Oh, now we fast forward to last week, right? Oh, stupid ass Nina. That's what. Be a good-hearted person would take your brain with you, okay? I'm still his friend on his old Facebook page because, like I said, he has a brand new Facebook page. So I'm still his friend on his old Facebook page. It was like, oh, it's Nellie's birthday. I was like, oh, well, I have no ill feelings towards him. Went back and forth about it for like a day or so. And I went ahead and added him on his new page. I didn't know which way this shit was going to go, but the man added me. He added me. I wished him happy birthday. And I literally said, happy birthday. I inboxed him, didn't put on his page, didn't want no issues with the lady. I'm thinking I'm being respectful, right? I'm thinking that we have had at least a friendship to where I can inbox you this. I said, happy birthday. Hope all is well. He inboxed me back. He said, thank you. It is. And I inboxed him back and I said, that's what's up. I'm happy to hear that. How do we get to this point? I don't know. So, yesterday, as I'm about to be headed out to go and get my painting, okay? You see how all of this is coming back together. Someone told me it was a little tap on the shoulder from the squad. They were like, something ain't right on your Facebook. You need to pay attention. So I'm scrolling on my Facebook. Squad, what the fuck you talking about? Everything seemed fine to me. Then I looked at my friends. And I was like, oh, somebody unfriended me. He was the first person that popped in my mind. I was like, I know it won't Nelly, no. Oh, baby. Not only did I get unfriended, I got blocked. I said, well, damn, what the fuck happened? All I said was, happy birthday. Hope all is well. That's what's up. Happy to hear that. And I got blocked. Didn't say shit else to the man after that. And I got blocked, y'all. So me being me, you ain't blocked me on Messenger. I got something to say. Let him know very calmly that this was a waste of time of me adding you. I don't know what I did to you. I didn't do anything wrong to you. All I did was believe in you, try to be there for you, and help push your poetry career. And I let him know I was done, because you're not going to just throw me and toss me to the side whenever you feel like you're getting ready to do so, sir. Now, this is where we go back to talking about emotional intelligence, okay? Because he clearly is not aware of that. He's not aware of where to put his emotions, how to even categorize them, or even how to separate them. In his world, it seems like all his emotions just run together like a fruit roll-up. You understand what I'm saying, okay? That is so unhealthy. And I'd be lying if I used to say I won't like that. Okay? So, this is where emotional intelligence and focusing on the quality of life comes back into play, alright? I'm not gonna lie, I put them in my ignore messages. Because all honesty, I was like, I ain't got time for that bullshit. I'm about to go get my painting. I'm about to go pick up my food. Quite honest with you, I didn't even think the man was going to respond back to me. Because if you block me, then that means you want no parts of me. So I don't even think that I'm important enough for you to even want to message me back. Oh, but he did. Okay? So when you put somebody in the ignore messages on Facebook, don't shit come through on your phone. At least it's not supposed to. Until you decide you want to go check it. Some told me go check it when I came home yesterday from getting my beautiful painting. And I had not one but two notifications in that inbox from Nelly. One was a missed call, which I did not know I had because you were in the ignore messages. That was not the point in time for us to be talking. And clearly it was not, because the message that followed that missed call let me know we don't ever need to speak again. The message that I got was, what the fuck is your problem? What the fuck is your problem? I tried to be patient with you. Live your life. I said, okay. Me wishing you happy birthday and me saying I hope all is well and I'm happy that it is an issue enough for me to get blocked, then sir, you don't need no more of my concerns from me, okay? So that goes back to being aware that that person is not aware of their emotions. That he don't even know why he mad. I know why he's mad. He's mad because when I added him on Facebook, okay, see, this is where being spiritual comes into play and really knowing your gifts and paying attention, okay? I can read people over social media. I could read people energy through a text message like a mug, okay? Be picking up on everything. When I looked at his picture, when I went to go add him on his new Facebook page, I said, he ain't happy. I could see the tiredness in his eyes. I could see that he was drained and he's not happy with where he's at in life. He's not content. He don't see things going the way he thought it was going to go, and shit seems harder than what he thought it was going to be, and he's trying not to backslide. I could see all of that shit in his face in that picture. And that's what the problem is. And I'm a reminder, as someone who came before he realized he wasn't happy in that situation, whether it be the relationship where he living or what he doing with his life. I don't know. Okay. But before that realization came about that he had, before I wished him happy birthday last week, I was the reminder that almost a year ago that me and quite a few other people said, maybe this relationship is not a good idea right now. But pride is also another issue, which is an emotion that people need to learn how to identify and why it is there. I let that man know I have a clean heart of this situation. I truly wish you the best and goodbye. And when I say goodbye, it's a wrap. Cause I don't say bye, I say later, because it's always later, because I'm going to see you later, especially if I love you. So, babies, that is the Sunday in Mimosas. I apologize. It was late. I have no clue what time this is going to load up. But clearly they wanted me to talk to y'all about focusing on your quality of life and being aware of your emotions, which people like to call emotional intelligence. And basically needing to raise your standards. Because I put a post on Instagram about that. Even though I didn't go into detail about what it was. That's what that post on my Instagram was about, y'all. And I said that me learning how to control my temper, and I was talking about literally from July. When I said in that post, learning how to control my temper, I was talking about from July 2020 to now. Something that I have learned is how to say no thank you to what somebody is serving and walk away, because that shows I have standards. And that's what it is when you're living a quality life. So raise your standards, baby. Focus on living a quality life and leave them dusty busties in the past. All right, babies. I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. Love you, babies. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Mwah.